So my Kickass lady this week, because it's kind of Christmas, and this is our Christmas show, our winter holiday show actually, but um, is when you Google the most charitable woman in sports, I'm sure there's a lot out there. Why'd you just laugh?
Because that's just a very specific thing to Google. It's adorable.
Don't look at my Google history if I die. One of
Oh,
you
God.
has to wipe it.
I'll
Please.
erase your history if you die. That'll be
Thank
my
you.
final gift to you.
Thank you, paralegal.
That's right.
Most charitable woman in sports is Serena Williams, is what pops up as first.
Yeah.
So this was actually Jeopardy clue last week. They had a whole column called like donated their winnings, and it talked about like obviously when you like won a tournament and like what they donated it to. But she won a tournament in Australia. It was actually her first tournament back, I think after giving birth to her child. And she donated her entire winner's check, which was $47,000, to combat the bushfires that were there.
So was that this year? No.
No.
Her kid's older than that. I mean,
Years.
there's bushfires a lot in Australia.
I'm sure she took some maternity leave too.
Yeah. That's awesome though. 40, can you imagine like
and I think like I'm sure she gave more than
$47,000.
But like just the thing of like my whole check, like whatever I win, I'm giving.
That's like, better than $600, let me tell you.
God. Anyway, okay, don't even get me started on that. She's been a Goodwill ambassador for the United Nations Children's Fund since 2006. In 2008, she established the Serena Williams Secondary School in Matuni, Kenya. She's raised funds for the Haiti earthquake victims. In 2020, during the COVID pandemic, she announced a partnership with Bella and Canvas, the National School Board Association, and Scholastic, the book fair people, to provide 4.25 million masks and educational materials to underserved schools in the United States. The Mask for Kids program would also donate an additional mask for each one purchased by schools. So Serena Williams purchased 4.25 million masks for school-age children in America, which good for her, but also why the fuck did she have to do it?
Yeah, that should not be a private citizen's obligation.
Yeah, seriously.
Sorry, I don't want to get on my political high horse here, but also that is ridiculous that she even had to do it, and that just hit me, and it makes me angry. But that's not what we're here to talk about. So that's just like some of the things that like she has done recently to help. But she does come up as the most charitable woman in sports.
That's cool. She's not like I've never heard anyone say bad things about her.
I will agree with that.
Ever.
No.
And even when that new girl, like Coco, I forget her last name, but like she was so gracious with her when she beat her, and just like it's so cool. She lifts up everybody. It's awesome.
Yeah, and her husband, her husband Alex Ohan, who was the co-founder of Reddit. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Oh my gosh.
When I don't want to say when the social justice movement started, because it's been going on for literal decades and centuries. Right. But like
wave.
Yeah. So this past summer, he gave up his seat on the Reddit board of directors and said he specifically wanted to give it up so an African American could be on the board.
Yeah. I remember that. I didn't know he was her husband, though.
Yeah.
Interesting how that never comes up in a headline, but when a woman does something, it'll say like, oh, wife or girlfriend of Patrick Mahomes, just as some random example, nothing specific. But
he's anyway, never Mr. Serena Williams.
Yeah, you're not, as a man, you're not really compared to your spouse all that much, unless you're George Clooney, in which case that's fair. But
yeah, it really is.
Anyway.
But yeah, so they as a couple do a lot for charity, and I think that's really cool. So
that is cool. Good for her. She is a freaking kick-ass lady. Her and her sister, frankly, but like, you know.
I mean, they changed how women, when they changed, I think, the tennis world, they did for the tennis world what Tiger Woods did for the golf world and opened it up. But like, even women, I remember like, so like I swam growing up, so I was extremely muscular, and that was like not normal. And they were some of the first female
You look
athletes,
like a man.
Exactly. And they were some of the
Have
first
body
female
parts.
athletes, like that was okay. And they're like, I'm going to wear a short tennis skirt, and you will see the definition of my legs, and then my arms are like, I can kick your ass, and I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, suck it up. This is what an athlete looks like.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to go out there and win.
Yeah. I got that a lot too. With like.
And that's what Ashlyn's going to look like, because she's been doing squats every night.
That's true.
Fuck yes, I
Kicking
am.
ass.
Y'all just wait. It's gonna be over.
Get butt.
Bitches.
It's gonna be over.